Hi there, it's Chris Hamilton here with Sales Tip a Day, www.salestipaday.com, and in this video I'm going to show you how to add recommendations to your LinkedIn profile, also known as learn how to get 88% of the people that hate your profile to trust your qualifications. Now, 88%, where's this number come from? This is an actual statistic that shows that people trust an online recommendation 88% of the time, or as much as a personal recommendation. And why not leverage this? And you can leverage LinkedIn and get a recommendation. So I'm going to show you how to get a recommendation on your LinkedIn profile from someone. First thing you do is you go to the person that you want to get the recommendation from. And in the kind of upper right part, kind of beside their picture, as you see, there's three little dots. When you click on that, it's going to bring up a menu. Now, what you want to do is click this request a recommendation. Now, when you do that, it says you're going to ask this person to recommend you. And what it does is it goes into a relationship that you may have had with this person in a work sense. And there's a bunch of different selections that you can choose from to decide what that is. Now, when you select on that, then what you do is you need to also click the position that you're in at the time for this recommendation that you're trying to get from this person. Then what happens is you can hit send, but I wouldn't do that. This is one way you will not get a recommendation or not get people to recommend you. I'm going to show you a better way. That better way is actually write your own recommendation. So here's a template that you could use. It says, hello, first name, whoever that is that you're asking for the recommendation. I was hoping that you could help me out. I'm trying to add a few recommendations to my LinkedIn profile, and I was hoping that you could write one for me. You can use the following, and I put my name in here. So it's Chris helped us with insert what you did and did a fantastic job. He was able to insert a benefit that you provided, which translated to give some sort of data around it, such as X% increase in productivity, X dollars reduction in costs. Thanks, Chris, for all your help. And then what you put in there is you also say, please feel free to wordsmith this any way you would like. Regards, you put your name in, that's my name. Now, the fact is, I wouldn't use this same template every single time when you're sending it out to somebody. And the reason being is you want to vary this up, because what happens is if people see the same sort of information sitting on your website or on your LinkedIn profile each time, guess what? They're going to think the same thing as this guy just copied and pasted and did this. So I would change it up with everyone that you're asking for a recommendation on. Now, here's some tips. First of all, if you're asking for a recommendation, you got to be willing to give that person a recommendation as well. So one of the other things you do is actually just give a recommendation and then go back and ask the person for a recommendation and use the exact same process I used here, which is you write it for them and send it out to them. Next thing, what you should do is think about facts and figures that you can put in your recommendations for the stuff that you're requesting. Why you want to do that is because if someone looks at your recommendations and you've got a glowing recommendation, but it's also giving hard numbers like reduced our costs by 29%, increased our revenue by $1 million, or whatever it is, that gets people thinking a little bit about what you can do for them. Last but not least is follow up if you don't see your requests get processed. So if you send a note out via LinkedIn, if you send it this way, and you don't see the person get back to you, what you can do is just kind of prompt them, send a message to say, hey, I asked you for a recommendation, wonder if you could do it. You could rewrite it, take the same thing that you wrote them and send it off to them again. And that way you will get people to get that recommendation off for you. So this is Chris Hamilton. If you want to reach out to me, you can reach me at chris@salestipaday.com. If you are in North America, feel free to call me at 403-630-1243. And if you want, you can connect with me on LinkedIn. All you got to do is look up Chris Hamilton in Calgary. There's my LinkedIn URL right down there. But yeah, if you look up Chris Hamilton in Calgary, you will be able to reach me and connect with me. But make sure when you send a connection request out, let me know why you're connecting with me.